Here's a quick video on the difference between doing something in hydroponics, right here, and doing it in soil. Now, I do understand that these are two different plants because they came from different seed. These are not clones, although I do plan on doing this with clones someday. But it's pretty much across the board on how well these grow or how differently they grow. Notice all the extra branching that's in the one that's growing in hydroponics down here on the bottom. That's true with everything that I do in this hydroponics. They branch a lot more from the beginning and they grow strong all the way up through the top of the plant. Here's one that's growing in soil. Now it soaks up the nutrients from down here. Works really well with these non-woven pots right here. If you keep them in a tray and you keep this tray filled with about 1/4 inch of nutrients, they'll soak it up and well, you see how well they grow in here. They all look pretty healthy. These plants aren't that old. It's the beginning of July here right now, and these are seeds that I received at a later time, so I wanted to start them and see how they'd go. But for comparison, and I've done this with a few plants, it's a Tricolor Variegated, because I love variegation. You can see the purple tones that are in there. But you can see the difference in the plant. These generally grow in soil. They do the normal leader all the way up, and until they reach the top, when it starts to fork, that's when it starts to put these little buds out that are in here and they start growing. In hydroponics, it doesn't wait until it gets up to the point that it forks. They actually start pretty early. These plants are the same age. I started them at the same time. This one, as you notice, has a little darker colors. It does have the variegation on it and the purple in it, but they are two different plants because they came from two different seed. But straight across the board on everything I do in these crack keys, which has master blend nutrients in there. I often run it at full strength, but I've been experimenting running it at half strength, and that also seems to work okay. I kind of wonder sometimes if I'm just pushing a little too much fertilizer when I'm using the full strength of Master Blend, but I don't know. The plants don't seem to be burned or don't seem to have any issues. The leaves don't seem to mind it, even though if these are all taking it up through the root system and soil. This one's got a couple of issues on it, but I don't know if that's part of the plant or not. You have this orange fish pepper over here. It's only been fed Master Blend nutrients, and it's in one of these fabric pots, or it's kind of a mesh pot instead of the regular landscape fabric, but it seems to enjoy the nutrients. Hop over here for a second. Same holds true with this one right here, this purple tiger that's a bit of a hybrid. Look at all that branches through there down at the bottom. This berry cream BBG that's fairly new. It's starting to down here as well before it forks. This one is a lot younger plant though, so it's not hasn't put it out as much as this one has. But straight across the board, that's how they grow. Here's another plant over here. It's doing the same thing. Those that I've put down here into these larger vessels, that one got a little dry unfortunately. They all grow like this too. Oh, this one right here, sorry, all the purple's on there. I don't know if I can shut enough of it off so it doesn't show purple. But these peppers right here are delicious. Not too hot. Nice flavor of a pepper. They are lovely. I think it's called a zoo pie and or known as a Shar-Pei. When I have don't have all the purple lights running in here, I'll do some more on that one. But look at how that thing grows in that. Color's thrown too far off on there. We'll get to that one another day. But just to show you the difference between variegated here in the crack key and the variegated here in the soil, up to you what you want to try. I like doing these like this because it really allows you to grow a lot of peppers in a small space, and you get to try them out and see whether you like them or not. And you get to see how the plant advances as it grows as well. It's going to take a while before this one starts to do that, and I'll probably put it outside. This one will probably stay inside its entire life so I can grow it through the winter. It's just an interesting concept to use. You get these wide mouth mason jars. These are 1.5 pint, and these wide mouth also fit the half gallon. That's what this one will graduate to, because these roots are starting to hit the bottom down there, and they need a little more space. It applies to soil plants, hydroponic plants. Hydroponic plants need the room for their roots as well. This plant's limited by the root space. It'll grow pretty good size. It'll grow about 2.5 to 3 feet tall. It'll start going through the nutrients like crazy as well. But I just wanted to show you the difference here and see what you think of it. Like I said, it's the same every time I do this. These grow nice and bushy, and these don't grow bushy until they start to fork up here on the top, or you trim it. And I've never found the trimming to be all that much better, but I'm also in a colder climate. Anyway, if you ever have an idea you want to try this, do it. Absolutely do it. I love doing it. It's fun. You can try a lot of different things. It's summer right now, but I'm still growing these indoors with some grow lights. It works well, and give it a shot, will ya?